Welcome back to the HGC. We've got another nail-biter today as the good guys are taking on Dignitas. We're going to Game 5. It's all tied up. I can't believe it. In fact, Kelly came in and was like, you know why the good guys are winning? It's because they're the good guys. They always win. Kelly, bless your heart, bless your heart. Game 5 coming in.
That definitely shows that she doesn't know the team.
Because they're all evil, evil people. Nah, it's all perfect here as we're going to game number 5. I'm so excited, man, for it to happen.
It's crazy.
Yeah, right? Like triple backline actually shredding on the Immortal phase. And it makes sense for that battleground, especially against that composition.
This is one of those things that works if so, then on this map. And they played the last team fight perfectly. And it's just fascinating to see how far they've gone in just 1 week. They got destroyed last week by Team Liquid. Then when you're looking at this week, even in the first map, they were completely trashed by Dignitas on on Towers of Doom. And then they started to pick up the Illidan momentum, won the first one, lost the next one. And Dignitas basically said, hey, if we ban the Illidan against you, show us what you got. And they did, and all of a sudden, they are tied. If they win the next map, that would be one of the biggest upsets that we ever had in HGC. It would definitely be the biggest upset for Phase 2. But even if they don't win, taking 2 maps against Dignitas with the system that we use, that's already great.
Pretty impressive. Let's go ahead and figure out where we're going for game number 5. We're going to Dragonshire, and it's a pick by the good guys. And I gotta agree with you, man. What I like seeing about the good guys here is we're coming into here, and it looks like we already have an established meta happening. Double support everywhere. And they're saying, you know what? We're gonna run what you want to run. They bring in the Yoda and get super aggressive, but on that map in particular, having the triple backline makes me excited. The only thing I'm fearful for, are they going to pull a trick esports from phase number 1, where they have these amazing series for the first 4 games, and game number 5, they just get shut down?
I mean, I would still expect that Dignitas is the favorite here and wants to win the series.
Yeah.
For Dignitas, this is already a massive blow. They lost 2 maps.
Yeah.
That can really come back and bite them in the butt at the end of the phase. So I think this is really tricky for Dignitas in the first place. So I don't think it's an upset if TGG loses the series. I think they already did everything they needed to do and even more. These 2 maps can be the difference between dropping into the Crucible and getting a really solid spot in the mid-tier ranks. So for the good guys, this was already a success. If they can crown that, of course, with a victory in the match itself, that would be fantastic for them.
You just laid it all on the line there.
Yeah.
Dignitas.
I'm impressed. I'm just sitting there, I'm thinking about it, and it blows my mind. Wow, what's happening?
We're all enjoying it, that's for sure. Genji, it'll be banned out. Good guys answer back. Probably an Uther ban once again.
It's one of the best Chen maps. Just saying.
I think that's why we come here. I mean, this is good guys' pickup, and it's something that Dignitas needs to be worried about. Handling that Chen in that top lane, he's one that could shut it down easily.
Yeah, when I saw that Antihero qualified for HGC, the first thought that I had was we're going to see a lot more Chen.
Yeah.
So this is a map where we could see that, but first of all, let's look at our bans. So what's different? We don't have a ban on Uther. So Nuburak has been taken away, but we don't have an Uther ban. So Uther has been taken. My question, Malthael for the good guys, yes or no?
No. Ariel and Tassadar, I think, will be the pickup.
Couldn't you just wait for a second to make him at least guess?
They're here to deny, man. They did it first on the cleanse pick with the Uther, and they do it here in the draft with the Ariel and the Tassadar.
Okay, so we got to a point where the first 3 heroes that are picked in the game are all supports.
Support meta here to take over. All you support mains, man. I hope you're happy. This is what you've done. Ariel and Tassadar in the mix-up. They can move into hyper carry when they need be, but they don't have to actually pick it now, which is good for them. Dignitas needs to decide what they want to do. Typically, the answer that we've seen, you pick up one of them, the Vala, and then you potentially ban out someone else with a Lenara. Will Dignitas go down that route?
I have 0 idea. All
right,
there we go. Illidan and Stitches.
JPL's like, I'm done playing Diva. It's over. It's over. It's time to hook.
Plays. They got my number now. They killed me twice in the last game. I can't deal with that anymore.
I just had the dumbest joke in my head. Have you seen Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know, Jesse, it's time to cook.
Yeah.
It's like, bakery. It's time to hook.
He's not even on Stitches.
The Stitches here. Look, I don't know, but he's talking to Bakery. He's calling him out. He's like, Bakery.
Why does he tell Bakery?
Because he's like, okay.
Why not anyone else?
All right. Team good guys.
What are you talking about?
It was funny in my head, okay? All right. Well, good guys looking for a ban here. What are they going to get rid of for this side of the map here. This is very important. This is an intense series. You need to chill out.
Can I
man.
just walk off stage at some point? But yeah, the one thing I agree with though, when we're
It's
talking,
time to hook.
Yes.
Yes.
But why is it time to hook? Because they're bringing now out the drafts that basically, this is a lot more what we normally see from them, right?
Yeah.
We have seen Zelia quite a bit on the Illidan, and we now have finally the Stitches with a follow-up on Uther for the stun. That's, by the way, what could have been your answer when I asked you, why does he tell Bakery? Because Bakery is the one who supplies the stun.
Exactly. That's what I was going
Please.
for. Alley-oop. You gotta oop it for me, dude. Instead of calling me out.
Production, when I kick him under the table, can people see it?
Please no. All right, Lenora ban. I actually think this is really good. First off, you want to be able to take away what Uther struggles with. And while Uther's gotten much better as a healer, he still struggles with the Lenora damage that comes out eventually. And Illidan in particular, if you're able to get that slowdown, you can kite him just enough to make it hard for him to get that cooldown really moving forward, to get his abilities back up. So I like the Lenora ban.
I really like what Dignitas is doing here. They, first of all, get a really strong draft for themselves, and I think they are doing the best they can to shut down the good guys. Oriel, Tacita were picked super early. If they get an Illidan with this, they've already proven on Cursed, our second map today, what they can do with that. So Dignitas is doing exceptionally well. They also took the Lunara away. So what do you have for the support here? You're likely to head into Avala with it. And I really like the way that Dignitas approaches this. I feel from what the good guys want.
Wow.
Maybe I'm completely wrong on what I was just saying. I was really thinking, okay, Dignitas, solid job. You're doing a great job in the draft here. You're really shutting the good guys down hard. And now all of a sudden we have that Malthea for the top lane and a double support Tracer. Yeah.
Yeah, they can handle the Stitches pretty well here. The Illidan too with that Tracer. You can also move in the back line and bring out that Pulse Bomb. The Team Good Guys has a strong foundation. And is it Chin for that 5th pick?
No, Malthea is going to have the solo lane.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
But I forgot about Tracer completely. In my head, I was circling a few auto attacks, so that heroes that he could really use with a double support, and Tracer was the one that completely slipped my mind. Even though we've seen her here already today, but Tracer was the one hero that was just blank, and that is fantastic. Raidbow's going to be on that, so we're going to have Oriel, Tacita to support her. We have Malthael up at the top. Late game is going to be strong for them. I am liking what I see for the good guys, even more than what I see for Dignitas. So far, it's two really great drafts.
Well, give him a second here. They're about to round it out. Kel'Thas coming out and the Brightwing. Okay.
Right.
So, your initial
support
thought.
versus double support.
I like Brightwing in particular against a Tracer.
Yeah.
For the polymorph, you just move in there, you drop it when she comes in, and you try to just focus her down instantly. And they have that too. They have their hook into a gravity lapse. They can just burn them down quickly and have the Uther stun too. They can handle Tracer. However, Tracer shouldn't put herself in a spot where she's going to be focused down that quickly.
We can also see hook Gorge into Emerald Wind.
Yeah.
Would also work. You have a double follow-up for a hook with a stun on Uther and the gravity lapse on Kel'Thas. So as an isolation comp that works. Tacita should be able to escape. Tracer is also able to move out of that. Then you have Malthael, who is just going to kill anybody after he gets hooked.
So we need a tank here. 4 team of good guys. Who's left for them?
Last few times
Johanna?
they played with BKB, they played Arthurs, but
Do you think Johanna's the go-to though, just to have that wave clear? You need
you
something.
could dodge the hook with your Iron Skin.
Yeah. Dahaka. Solo Dahaka.
Huh.
Ah.
So who has the top lane? Normally it would be Malthael. Now we have a Dehaka and a Malthael who can both take the top lane.
I think I would prefer to have the Hawk in the top lane just at, well, I don't know. Malthael can win the trade pretty effectively in top lane and pull resources up there.
I mean, if you have Malthael at the top lane and Dehaka is with the rotation, you can just simply burrow up and try and get a kill there. A bit more flexible with that.
Yeah, when you're fighting around the shrine. And then you can chase down. Malthael can body block long enough for drag to come out. Yeah, I think Malthael top lane actually. Put Dahaka in the rotation. Might be a bit scary just because Dahaka, unless if he doesn't dodge the hook coming his way, he can be locked down. The only tool he has is Burrow, but still you can play around that, and Team Dignitas can get the kills they want. But it's Dignitas. They're going to get the kills no matter what. It's just a matter of can you control the battleground long enough to make sure those kills aren't effective going into the mid game.
I'm curious about this one. I like both. I feel both drafts have definitely a lot of value. I'm a bit surprised by the Dehaka on the last pick, but they definitely have a thought process behind that. Dignitas is by, of course, the way more experienced team, but I like what the good guys have done so far. They have the confidence, and I really want to see what they do with the Malfio.
I want to see what they're going to do with the Malfeel and with the Tracer here. Tracer's going to have to be really mixing up those fights, making sure to burn down whatever targets it can, and they have to have the follow-up when necessary. And then on the other side, she has to be careful with the recall, because if we have the hunt once again, from Zelia in particular, once recall goes down, Illidan could dive forward and force the fights, and that's something when a hook will come out. There's a lot of weird verities and a lot of weird cooldown timings that are going to happen between these two teams, and I'm just ready to watch it unfold. Seriously, this is an explosive game finisher here for game number 5.
Yeah, this is going to be the last map that we have in the series and for Europe today. And it's going to be a really interesting one. And no matter how it ends, I think for the good guys, it's already a win today, getting those 2 maps. And just to explain that once more, in phase 1, we had a slightly different system when it came to the rankings at the end of the phase. Now, we're actually in phase 2, and maps are even more important. So every single map you take right now from an opponent is a big win when it comes to those standings at the end of phase 2. So it's definitely something where the good guys are looking at the score so far and saying like, yeah, that's the best, or that's great for what we could get out of it. It's not the best they could get out of it because they could actually win it.
Not too shabby for them. And then also, remember, Team Good Guys, they have another series this weekend. If you're enjoying what you are seeing today, they will be playing against the Playing Ducks later on, which is pretty exciting. The Playing Ducks, a bit shaky last week, but also got a win as well. And that'll be a great matchup between these two teams. And if you're the Ducks, man, you got to be a little bit on the scared side here, because Team Good Guys have come out swinging this weekend. They've definitely been downing some Cheerios this week.
They look definitely a lot better than what they showed against Team Liquid.
Yeah,
for sure.
They certainly have here. So Dignitas going with their old center comp here. We saw it many times in the midseason brawl. We saw it numbers of time in phase number 2 with the hook combo into the Uther and the Kelpals. This is what they trained for. This is what they locked down. Can good guys actually dance around that? And I'm scared for them, man.
It comes down to the question if Dignitas is going to show some nerves now. Is someone on the team a bit tilted that they weren't able to deliver a clean 3-0? Which was obviously the intention heading into this, especially after Team Liquid didn't drop a map against the good guys. And you need to make a statement at this point. Dignitas didn't really have the best start into this phase, and they came off the mid-season brawl where they made it into the 7th map in the final and just simply said, hey, we want to be the champions. We feel that we messed up. We were supposed to win this tournament and we want to win the next one. So they must feel pretty uncomfortable in this situation now.
Well, Caldor, it is time to hook. Game number 5 here between our two teams. Team Good Guys facing off against Dignitas. Who walks away with the victory? I'm okay with either.
So apparently it's time to hook in game number 5. We have to the left the JPL special. It's Stitches for Team Dignitas. Zelia on Illidan, Snitch on Brightwing, Bakery on Uther, and Mene. He wants to see the map burn. He is playing Kalthas.
See that spray paint coordination? They dropped down a summer scan, they put Stitches right on top of it. That was really nice there from Dig. On the right side, in the red team, Good Guys. Anti-Hero on Malthiel, Bronez on Oriole, BKB on Dehaka, Raid Boss on Tracer, and Zay will be playing Tassadar.
All right. I'm really eager to see what the good guys can pull off here. So first of all, we have already a 5-man down here. Dehaka goes in, looks for the drag, gets stunned, is still getting it, and goes straight for Stitches. JPL in a bit of trouble, eats the damage. Nice dodge also, as the hook comes in by BKB with a quick burrow. But no kill early on in the game. But I like the attempt from the good guys.
Yeah, I like it too. Illidan was able to push in the top there and push it in a little bit here, so Malthiel might miss out on experience, but Team Good Guys having no nerves here and going into game number 5, looking to start a fight right away. Great job by Dignitas controlling it for here. Now, this is the moment where we start to see the rotations from Dignitas and where they start looking for those hooks. Team Good Guys naturally spreading out and making sure to be in a spot where they're not getting landed on.
Yeah, right now BKB is just waiting for an opportunity to move in, and he does exactly that. But Mene is able to get away since the drag was interrupted here. A stun against BKB. In the top lane, Illidan and Malthiel still fighting, and so far, Anti-Hero is actually getting massive value here. But we have Brightwing coming in. Anti-Hero still moving away, and the rest of the team is ready. Yeah, moves away. But is Anti escaping? It's gonna be close.
He spread the fire to him, I think. Oh no, BKB brings out the drag, but we have Maltheo falling.
That was a pretty cool rotation from Dignitas. It looked at first as if the good guys with the Dehaka would maybe get some value. But at least when we're looking at the bot lane, the good guys are still trading. I have to admit, every single time I watch a solo laner doing really well against his opponent, and all of a sudden his teammates are starting to move in and help him out, it just makes me feel bad.
You've broken the gentleman's code. This is a 1v1, a duel to the death.
Exactly. You're sitting on that lane, you're getting real value, and you're winning the lane. You're saying, "Oh my!" You pat yourself on the shoulder, and you're like, "This is going well for me." And all of a sudden, there comes three heroes through the bush, and you're like, "Oh."
But it does feel better when your team is actually able to push in and grab turrets yourself, and that's what happened in the bottom left life. But Braid Boss goes in. Unfortunately, he misses out on the pulse bomb, so he has to finish Mane manually. Can he get the kill? He brings the knockout, drops in the kill, and Kel'Thas falls.
Wow, Kel'Thas is down, and Bakery is just standing there, and Raid Boss says, "You know what? If you want to die too, that's fine. I can help you with that." But he is able to move away. I'm not sure if they can really steal the camp here, though. But they still have the Haka, and he can move in, too. And let's not forget that Mane is down. And that's a major part of the damage there.
BKB coming in here, and they're moving straight for the Giant. They want to grab this before KT gets here, and they will not do so quite yet. BKB gets hooked. Finally, the Giants are grabbed. Kronos on the side here does have a heal available. Can they get BKB out?
Yeah, they will be able to help him escape, but up to the top lane. Now Maltheo takes over a shrine. The good guys are nearly a level ahead at this point. They're doing really well. That early kill was definitely worth a lot. And yeah, Raid Force is apparently enjoying his Tracer plays.
He's doing pretty well here. Besides that one missed pulse bomb, I've been enjoying what he's been putting on here, man.
And he got the kill.
Yeah, and he got the kill no matter what.
He missed the pulse bomb, but he got the kill after all. Anti-Hero is just getting ganked up here. This Dehaka is attempting to help him out here. Nice though.
What?
Oh my god. Juke City and Illidan is falling. Wow.
I'd be tilted. Straight up, dude. Holy moly, Anti-Hero getting away there. Usually you're not yelling about Maltheo until late game, but man, incredible juke there, able to get away, and Illidan falls.
He dodged 3, and then the Haka comes in and is like, okay, tag team boy, thanks bro, I'll take over from here now.
Incredible pickups here. Team Good Guys just absolutely on fire. They got this bottom lane opened up. They're moving in for a fort. They're already working on a dragon here in the middle. BKB will be delayed away, but this still allows Tracer in this bottom lane to keep pushing forward against that Uther. BKB falling though. Team Dignitas answering back.
Yeah, BKB is just, I think at this point, you should have seen that one coming. You got 3 heroes here, there's no real reason to move out at that point, so that was maybe a little bit sloppy on his part, but they are still in a decent spot. And Dignitas, they have to worry. At this point, you're actually starting to ask yourself, guys, we're not losing this game, are we?
Team Good Guys may have a different answer. As Bakery continues to clutter that bottom, we're going to have the Mercs grabbing the top right. Maltheo and Illidan continue to dance back and forth. And a lead here for Team Good Guys has put them in a good spot. Finally, though, Team Dignitas is able to grab both of the shrines. Can they make a play for the middle? Not looking like it, but look at the top here. Kronos and Raid Boss are ready to move in on Xayah.
Yeah, they're doing really well this early. But again, we're talking about Maltheo, and Maltheo so far has shown one thing, and that is, especially after level 16, he is just a menace in these team fights. And with the double support, they should be able to really keep him alive. And as long as he wreaks havoc, you have a lot of space created for someone like Tracer that can then get the extra damage in with all the mobility. That's what Uther with his stun is for. That's what the gravity lapse is for. There's definitely a lot of chain CCs that we have for Dignitas that they can use to lock a target down and kill it. So you need to be careful about that.
Definitely be careful. 10 also gets a little scary for them too. Anti-Hero in trouble on the top. Looks like he may be going down. Xayah comes in with the engage. Also looking for Raid Boss. But Team Good Guys will be forced to disengage with Dignitas getting another pick.
That pressure play that we see the entire time by Dignitas at the top lane is really working out, and Anti-Hero's play is definitely paying the price. But Xayah is also getting a bit low. We have towers and structures taken. So again, the CC attempt, here comes the hook, and this is starting to look a little bit bad for Raid Boss, but Xayah is also low.
Xayah low, gonna be forced to pull away. Mane using that gravity lapse early, trying to predict Raid Boss blinking away, but Raid Boss just has a nice amount of patience here. where they actually handle that top lane well, and Team Good Guys able to move towards 10 just as well as their opponents. Can they grab this dragon? JPL is on his way for the rotation, and he's wanting to move in for a hook.
Bile has been chosen. Okay, so we're going in for this one now. Fight in the middle. Raid boss is already there. Anti-hero is on the move. Kronos moving in. Hunt being used. Aegis as well. Pulse Bomb and Divine Shield to counter it. And we see Anti-hero jumping in once more, focusing on Illidan, who joins in the fight against Kronos. But here comes the pull against Tracer. Nearly falling, but Bakery low. A hook by JPL. Everybody's still alive, but Bakery looks like he's going to fall.
He's looking like it, but the Emerald Wind Snitch coming in, and Zaylia will be enough. Dignitas baits Anti-hero all the way to the bottom left and gets the takedown themselves.
Ante has a bit of a rough game here so far. 3 kills against him, but that was a pretty good fight by Dignitas. It looked very much as if they would lose it, and then they were able to, with the help of Snitch and his Emerald Wind, kill at least Malthael, but that's a lot of pressure on both sides. And even though Dignitas is starting to take a bit of a lead, this game is one of the closest in the series, up to this point at least, that we've seen so far.
It's been a good one there. Also got to count out that Bakery with the Divine Shield right on KT when the Pulse Bomb came out. What is the one way that Team Good Guys automatically just win the team fight? If a Pulse Bomb takes out KT. So the Divine Shield came out, and that allowed Dignitas to have the good team fight and turn it around against Team Good Guys. Now, going into here, we're keeping up with the pressure as the Hunt is going to pop out for Zaylia. It's heading back to the top lane. He's got to control this lane against the Dahaka.
He needed to hunt top because he needs the experience, and thanks to the auto attack, he's going to reduce the cooldown soon. But BKB is getting caught out here. Anti-hero tries to move in and help out. The drag is in, but the kill against Dahaka is still solid. Good rotation by Dignitas, making the kill happen. And in the meantime, the Good Guys are attempting to at least get value at the bot lane. I'm really wondering that they didn't move back earlier, so they are moving right into this setup.
Tracer uses recall, able to get out. Maybe it might be enough. Polymorph coming out. Raid Boss low on health, looking out for Mayonnaise. The Hunt also being used. Angel will have to be burned, and they should be able to turn around. Raid Boss just slips on by. Can he live? No, he finally falls as Dignitas brings everyone down here to fight.
BKB again going into the burrow and trying to escape. You have 5 heroes currently in the bot lane, and Malthael was attempting to sneak the Dragon Knight. But it's still pretty impressive how well they're keeping these heroes alive. I know Tracer died in the end, but it looked for a long time as if she would be able to make it through. So they are pushing in once more, but Dignitas is, of course, by now solidly ahead. A level lead, 6 kills against 2, trying to aim for the Dragon Knight here. So bit of a rough start for them, but so far they're doing well. But Bakery is in trouble.
Yeah, Demon's working against the wall here. The cleanse will come out from Snitch to keep him alive. Can Bakery get out? He's going to use a Divine Shield. BKB's doing his best to body block him here. Can they get the kill on Bakery? The tongue? No, Bakery just sneaks on out.
And the hook against Tastadano. He's going to get away with a dimensional shift.
With the
But
Dragon.
the Dragon Knight, that's a different story.
Yep, already pushing here in the middle, working on that well. Could start looking for a fort. It's going to have to be a bit careful with Team Good Guys coming in from the flank. With Brightwing and Uther healing up, Dignitas just sits back, they chillax a little bit, and wait for their healers to come on in.
The Good Guys have to take a deep breath now. They have to say, all right, it was a bit of a hectic early game. We've been looking pretty strong at the start. Dignitas came back to this, but let's just play it calm, make sure that Mena doesn't get too much value out of the Dragon Knight just now, and then we take it just one level at a time. Get the 13, don't overstep your bounds. Make sure that we're not staggering any deaths and then take team fights after 13 or 16. If they do that, they still have a chance to come back into this. But of course, Dignitas is really eager to drive that momentum home now.
Oh, Anti-Hero just moves in here. He's going to get Polymorph to the last second. Tormented Souls is doing some decent amount of damage here. They keep applying the mark. They have to be careful, though. They can't fully overstep. Illidan can start to rotate down here and bring out the hook. But also, Dahaka could come in with that drag. Overall, though, Fort only down to half health. Team Good Guys defend.
Yeah, they're still a level behind, and the level 16 Talon could change a lot here. So for now, we have the rotation to the top lane. Zaylia sniffs it out and knows that with everyone gone on the map, he needs to retreat here, which is exactly what he does. Camps are taken in the meantime. The question still remains. Is Dignitas now heading straight into the 16 without the Good Guys forcing a fight? Are they willing to do that? Or are they trying to get a battle going before Dignitas hits the next level?
I don't know if they'll be able to get that battle. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They're just grabbing everything they can on the map. Mercs, Giants on the bottom right, get top pushing in, have Dahaka push in, as he's pretty safe by himself against that Illidan. But Dignitas They're in a really good spot where they control the bottom side, they're moving to the middle to get that 16. Team Good Guys, they're going to have to play passive for a little bit here.
We have Malthiel on 110 stacks on the Black Harvest, so he needs a 40 more in order to complete the talent. And once that's the case and they hit 16, this is a massive power spike for him, where he can really sustain himself through a lot and dish out the damage. If they get to that point, the Good Guys have a shot in the team fights. But Dignitas has now a 2-level lead that they can use to control this. And Pulverize in particular is going to be a tool that gives a lot of trouble to Tracer, since it just slows you down so much that it's much easier for Dignitas to get the kills.
Tracer, Malthiel, even Oriel to a degree, those slows in general just be enough to slow down Team Good Guys and their ability to move forward in the fights. Luckily, Anti-Hero will be able to keep linking around there, but still, that Pulverize, always a massive power spike for that Stitches, especially when they're a talent advantage above their opponents.
It's all about the next Dragon Knight here, specifically. So, I mean, Dignitas is running away with the experience. Illidan in the mid lane is threatening structures now. We have the Haka moving in. They're trying to get the flank. They're forcing. They're going for the fight. A talent down. They're willing to fight. But once again, Raid Boss misses his Pulse Bomb. Needs to get out of here. It's really low as is. Burrow used by the Haka. Tracer is dead and Anti-Hero low, and the Good Guys are at full retreat.
Zelia turns around and gets a kill on Tassadar. The hook will connect here with Zelia, the Dragon in particular, but the Divine Shield will be enough as Cronus will fall. That's 4 people melted, and Team Dignitas goes straight for a keep. Can they go for a core?
They could. They could definitely try. They have Illidan with this setup, but a keep would all... Yeah, they're actually trying it. They're going for it. Dignitas, they want to finish this right now. They don't want to waste any more time on the move here with a 3-level lead, 10 kills against 2 as Dignitas goes for the core.
They're dropping it here, 50% down to 40%. Tracer will spawn. 1 second, we're going to have Tacit on the field, but it is too late as Dignitas will walk away with the series with a 3-2 victory and Nailbiter, but they'll keep their fingers.
Yeah, never heard that before. Is that a thing, or did you just make that up on the spot?
Totally a thing. Dignitas here with a 3-2.
It's a Trixler thing.
I can't believe they walked away with the victory, though. The Team Good Guys walks in and just puts on a show today. I'm impressed with both of our teams.
I am still wrapping my head around the Nailbiter analogy, but you are right. A 3-2, so Dignitas takes it. But I'm not sure if they are happy.
Dignitas
win, because
probably
losing
a little
the
upset.
2 maps.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna be able to ask them in the interview. We'll get to figure it out. I'm assuming it's gonna be Bakery. In fact, I hope it's Bakery because one, they've changed the blood. This is the experimental weekend for them. The different shot calling, the different drafting. I want to get his thoughts straight up first person about it, but also just to get an idea of like what they felt about that. Because obviously they would have wanted to come in here with a 3-0. We know Team Good Guys is good, but Dignitas, we're expecting them to be, the cream of the crop.
But do we? I still don't know how good they actually are. I'm looking at this and I see them demolished by Team Liquid. Then I see the series here, and a lot of the fights that they had looked really solid.
Yeah.
But if you would ask me where I would rate them within the standings, I still couldn't give you an answer that I would be comfortable with.
For me, Dignitas is one of those teams that, like, when it comes to online, I expect occasional whiffs here and there because they're a LAN team and they've been it for what, years now? Gosh, it's been years. Jesus, it's weird to say that with Heroes of the Storm. But they've literally been one of these teams that when they go to LANs, they deliver every single time. When it comes to online play, I expect them to be great and occasionally have a couple whiffs here, but their power rankings for me are still top 3. After seeing Team Liquid play, I think I put them back in the 3rd slot instead of the 2nd spot, but they're still up there for me.
No, I mean, Good Guys.
Oh, Good Guys. Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about Dignitas. And I'm like, dang, Caldor's coming in there and it's dropping them. Good Guys, I don't know where they're at.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Good Guys,
welcome to the thought process.
Good, I totally missed that one there. There's a whiff for me. Good Guys, maybe? Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know, man. I have to think on that one. I'll get you an answer tomorrow. Speaking of Dignitas, though, we do have a Bakery getting set up here on the side. Bakery, thank you for joining us. And just out of the gates, man, holy crap, that was a series.
Yeah, that was an unexpected nail-biter for sure. Great play by them.
I mean, yeah, did they just come out and surprise you guys? What was going on? It seemed like Dignitas seemed to be a little bit off in a couple of those games.
So as you know, we've been trying something a bit different for this week. I've been doing the shot calling and the drafting. And weirdly, the things that they played, we hadn't actually come up against at all in this week of scrims.
Sure.
So we struggled a lot to adapt to that, I think. And it's an especially nice adaptation on the triple reigns against Malthael. It felt really hard to do much of that game.
I mean, let's go ahead and just take a second and think away from Dignitas. Let's talk to you, Bakery. How did you feel about that? You're coming in here with the draft, and you're kind of leading the team a little bit with its experimental phase. Did you feel okay after that one?
I'm definitely disappointed in how it turned out. I'm disappointed that I felt I couldn't do more. As you said, it is experimental, and we thought that a new perspective would give us like a good view of our next steps to improve and our next evolution as a team. And I think in our practice that definitely helped, and I think our practice improved a lot. But when it came to the actual game, we had a lot of issues. So we'll be reevaluating ahead of our game against Expert.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Bakery. Over to Caldor.
All right, so first of all, congratulations to the victory. It was a lot closer than we all expected, but you guys pulled through there in the end. The one question that I have, you talked already a lot about how you guys feel, how it's now for you coming into that role. But let's talk about your opponent for a second. How good would you say the good guys actually are? Because it's really a question that the two of us here are really struggling with. They lost against Team Liquid, didn't take a map. Now they take 2 against you. Where would you rate them? What do you think is, where do they fit in the HGC at this point, in your opinion?
I'd say it's quite hard to place them, like you said. I think, in my opinion, they're definitely... I think at the top side of the table, there's usually been a divide in Europe. But I think this season, HGC, anything past, like, top 2 or top 3 is just, like, a complete toss-up. Like, anyone can take anyone, I think, in that section right now. And they're somewhere in there, maybe on the higher side of that, possibly.
Okay. That's fair, like, because they are one of the newer teams, and we were struggling with the exact same question. We were talking about that quite a bit here. One more question, and that's particularly about the way that you guys play now. So, was it difficult to have someone like Mene on... he played, I think, 5 different heroes and 5 different maps today. We saw him on an Avatar, we saw him on the Medivh, he played the Oriel. Is that something where he has to also adapt a lot on the playstyle, or do you feel he's already there? Is that something where you say, okay, we're going to pursue that in the future and just have a huge variety of heroes for him? What's the take on that role switching?
Well, something we took away from the mid-season brawl was that Mene's hero pool seemed very limited in terms of what we could do. But I don't think that's actually an issue of Mene as a player, because I think he's the player that plays the most Heroes of the Storm out of anyone in the entire HGC. So we thought, let's approach this from a different angle. Maybe Mene can be the one flexing to these second supports, still flexing to the mages, some other range carries as well. And that's what you saw today. It's part of our new experimentations, and I think that's working out really well. Mene is doing a great job.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, before I let you go, obviously, next week you're going to be facing off against Team Expert. Some early thoughts on that matchup?
Expert's going to be a really important matchup for us. This could be the decider of who gets to go to the Clash, basically. So we're going to be putting in a lot of preparation, and hopefully if everything turns out much cleaner than today, we can take the series.
Awesome. I look forward to it. Bakery, as usual, the floor is yours for shout-outs, and thank you so much. Congratulations on your victory.
So shout outs to all our fans for supporting us, especially all the people we got to meet and interact with at the mid-season pool. That was really amazing. So shout out to all you guys. Obviously, shout outs to my team and Team Dignitas. And if you want to follow me, you can catch me on Twitter, which is @BakeryHeroes.
Awesome. Check him out on Twitter, man. He's got a lot of opinions, and they're pretty awesome ones for the most part. Dignitas, killing it today, earning the victories. I love me some Bakery. I always like to tease him a little bit. It's a Dignitas walking with a victory 3-2 over the good guys. And the good guys, man, they really showed up, and I look forward to more of their games. They're playing against the Playing Ducks this weekend. Definitely going to be here for that one.
Yeah, that's going to be a really interesting series after what we just saw. I did not expect a 3-2. I did not expect the good guys to take 2 maps from Dignitas. So I don't think that the Ducks expected that either. So they probably looked at this series and was like, boys, we might need an extra scrim session before we head into those games.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be keeping an eye on those games and studying as much as they can. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the schedule for tomorrow. What can you guys expect to watch here at HGC Europe? Team Expert and Zealots will start the day, followed by the match we were just talking about, the Playing Ducks and Team Good Guys. Nice Saturday morning to watch.
Yeah, especially... we don't have any of the big 3 in the games tomorrow, but if you have followed this phase at all, then you know this is going to be great. Zealots came in swinging and looked absolutely fantastic. Now they're going against experts, so we see them once again and are going to judge a little bit more how strong they are. The Ducks against the good guys. At this point, as Bakery said, all these teams look so close. It's really tough to predict who's going to come out on top at the end of the phase and who's going to be just falling down into the crucible. And I think tomorrow is going to tell us a lot more.
Yeah, and we also need to learn more about this new meta, double support. Where is it at? How strong is it really? Do we have weird compositions that can come out and kind of shut that down? If you're looking for a team that might actually have that happening, Expert is one that you should definitely keep an eye out for. So tomorrow will be great, and we are excited for it, and we will see you tomorrow for those matches. I'm signing off for HGC Europe, but Caldor will be around for HGC North America.